Hey, what's up? My name is Andre and that's my tutorial about the blueprints inside Unreal, but this time about the event dispatchers. So pretty much sometimes you want few things to happen when, for example, player takes damage, player kills someone, or something happens in the world, game, cinematic or whatever you're creating. So the solution for that, to make it really simple, lazy and whatever, is just using event dispatchers. So pretty much in our blueprints you can see I have event dispatcher everywhere, and I can, for example, add one right here, and let's call it on damage taken. Alright, so I've got this thing right here, no one knows what it is, and I can just drag it and I've got few options, and you might be like, what the fuck, call, bind, unbind all, event, assign. And if you're not familiar with like events in C++ and it's kind of binding and stuff, then you might be like, documentation, tutorials, but pretty much it got few options like call, bind, unbind, so on and so forth. And pretty much the whole thing is you've got this object that you can bind to in different classes. So for example, right here in take damage, I'm just saying, alright, call on damage taken. This object took damage. And right now, in the hit actor, I can just say, alright, let's promote my player to variable first. So that is wrong. Each time I'm overlapping and creating a variable, that's not the way to go. Let's just say this, and after that I can create a binding to on damage taken, and for the event I can create an add custom event, and it's pretty much do this when player took damage, or in even simpler words, do this whenever this node is called. Whenever this is called, I want to do this, and pretty much here I took damage and I'm binding this. So right now this event will fire. I mean, this will be binded every time, so I can also add a node like do once, so I can just bind it once, or if I unbind it later, but I just want to show that there's a certain thing like this. And do once just happens once, you can say whatever you want to start close to or not, and you can reset it. But right now I can just say, alright, set word location, and for the root, so everything will change, and I can just say get word location, and I can just do plus, and let's say 50 right now. And now if I click play, it can run to this guy, and he went up. It can run to this guy, both went up. It can run to this guy, everyone went up. And you might be like, holy shit, everything worked. And for example, if you had some pets and those pets are running and you might take damage, and they might say, wow, we suck at this game or whatever, or you can just have some different NPCs, AIs that are jumping around, playing animations, whatever. You can just really just different classes, objects, whatever, you can just bind a certain things to it, and whenever something happens, you can just call it. You can unbind it whenever you want to. Like, you can unbind everything that is binded to a certain object, because we are still, this is an object, like, and I mean, this is the whole abstraction, because you've got this blueprints under this, you've got the abstraction of C++ under this, you've got other abstractions, so on and so forth, until you go to the certain binary, but still, it allows you to create this kind of event-based behavior, but it's simpler because every object that is binded to it will do a certain action. and that's really helpful whenever you are creating levels with huge amounts of everything, where everywhere something is happening and blah blah blah. So yeah, that's it for me. That's it from me. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I see you in the next one. See ya.